Hello there once again. My name is Konstantinos Petrocheilos, or Kostas for short. I'm a comic book and fantasy artist. I'm available to commissions, and I am the creator, illustrator, and of course the writer of the upcoming series Stilk and Metal Tim. It is, I would say, a science fiction superhero thriller, 12 issue series, and the first issue is gonna be published from Rising Sun Comics, a Los Angeles-based indie publisher. The first issue is gonna come out very soon, specifically on November 14th. And this here is one of the new albums I created recently. That's the title of it. You can find it on my Facebook artwork page, which is this one here. Okay, add Kostas7J7, and here you can see artwork and related material to this comic book project. I give a sample of the pages from the first book, along with whatever else I have created. I have some snapshots from my work on the next books that I have done. I have completed already 3 issues. I'm working now on the 4th one. But these are the ads that recently I started posting. So yeah, go have a look. If you're interested enough, spread the word, or you can just wait to order either the physical copy directly through the publisher's page or an ebook from one of the platforms that is going to be available, most likely either on Amazon or Drive-Thru Comics or Indie Planet. And as I was informed yesterday, you can order a physical copy from one of the 150 stores they distribute in places like Texas, Missouri, California, and Oklahoma. So, and no, Diamond is not involved in the distribution. And so I admire the fact that they try to stand as competitors against all this monopolizing tactic of Diamond. I admire that, and I think this endeavor as well should be supported and embraced by others too. But again, uh, you know, I have done a few interviews so far, and I'm arranging for a few more, most likely this week. So for whatever new thing comes up, I will let you know. Check out my social media too. Down on the description, I make the announcements, my announcements everywhere. So this is about me. But today is this video is devoted to 2 shout-outs I would like to make. One I already actually have last year about a great comic book creator and veteran on this field, in this comic book industry, and I'm referring to this man over here, Tim Tyler. This man has created his own universe of characters since the 90s, I think the early 90s, where he was self-publishing his own books. He was writing and illustrating them. All right, he's a multi-talented person. His first company was called Phaethon Press. It had a series of titles coming, being published through there, like Blood Rind, Ravage, and I think Dead Crew. And then later, through Doom Theater, another publishing attempt, he was publishing for a while another title called Devil Jack. Later, I think through the internet, he had another imprint called Shadow Planet, and he had titles like Ensign being published. And later, and which is actually his current publishing house, um, this one goes by the name Rat House Comics, and he's doing a fantastic job. Literally, if you observe his work from the beginning, you will see how far he has come in terms of artistic development as well as storytelling. He is incredible. He even recently sent me some free ebook samples of his recent, of the recent releases of his new books. A part of them are actually a relaunch of old creations of his, like the Blood Rhino, Devil Jagged Dead Crew. So, uh, go check him out on Facebook, on Instagram. Instagram, I think, is called Rat House Comics. On Facebook, this is his page, Tim Tyler. Look for example what he's doing. He's also publishing his own horror monster theme like books. I think he has as inspirations books like The Crypt or The Vault of Horror and such similar titles, or Eerie magazine. Look how good this is. Look how great this is, with this beautiful looking at this style that maybe on a degree is influenced from Tim Vigil, because he was working with him for a while, inking some of the Faust Love of the Damned pages, I think. I hope I recall these things right. He has come a long way. He's doing everything himself. He's drawing this, illustrating this, editing this, publishing this in special, beautiful packages. Even the wrappers of the packages, he takes care of them in such a way that when you receive your order, you know, you feel like you got something special. You have to watch his previous post videos and the feedback from his customers. Nobody's complained. He also puts old ads in there to make the atmosphere of these books reminding you of the old horror series from the publishers of those days. And we speak here about a multi-talented, truly passionate veteran creator of the comic book industry, and I definitely encourage people to support him even more people to come and find about his work. He's more than 20 years in this industry. He's doing amazing stuff. So really, I will give the links to his media down on the description. Okay, so definitely take some of your time to check this man out. And I have all, if you want, go and watch this old video that I did back in May 2017. That was exclusively devoted to him. So yeah, that's my shout out for Mr. Tyler. He's a wonderful comic book creator, and he definitely worth your time. He also takes, I think he receives commissions too. So go check his photo gallery, go check his Instagram, and the other links I will give down in the description. He's definitely worth it. Now, the other shout out I would like to make is to a recent friend of mine who is known by the name Mike Angerhauser. I hope I pronounced this right. Yeah, this is his avatar. You can find him on Facebook and Twitter, as far as I know. And maybe he has a YouTube channel, I'm not sure. For more info, he's part of the ComicsGate community, okay? So, for more info, you go on my artwork page on Facebook that I show you, and up there on the wall cover, you click there, okay? And along with a few things I say about my work, you will see the list of all the so far ComicsGate creators and commentators. And somewhere there is Mike's name and links. Alright, so from there, you can go and learn more about his project, and of course other guys' projects, other people's projects if you want. So this is just something I do, to in my own way to help advertise all these passionate people, all these beautiful projects. So I wanted to say a few things that I saw here about Mike's project. I do, by the way, this voluntarily. They don't know that I do this. I just would like to give, if I can, with this small channel that I currently have, a helping hand. So here, this project, this Indiegogo project of Mike is called Black Forest. It's about basically a warrior who has gone through a lot, and he wants maybe to, if I got it right, to isolate himself, but he has to face some, a series of horrors and demonic terrors that maybe, as he says, are influenced from the German folklore stories, along with, and he has to do that along by facing his own inner demons. So basically, if you have an idea, even a small one from the German folklore, we talk about stories, including known fairy tales that in their actual original version, they are really scary. And no wonder why the later adaptations of those stories have to be more family friendly. Otherwise, the children would have nightmares, for a really long time. The German folklore stories, I think, are very close to Scandinavian and English folklore ones, and they include horror figures like shapeshifters, water spirits, ghosts, or some kind of demonic black dog spirits, and many other things. And now Mike here says that basically this story carries influences and elements from both German folklore horror and Conan. Now, those of you who like Conan and who has followed Conan's comic book adaptation history, you will see that if the horrors that Conan was going through were unspeakable, really, of supernatural nature, and people couldn't actually deal with all this. And even Conan, no matter how strong or a tough guy he was, he got many times close to death while facing these enemies. So just try to imagine horror plus the adventure spirit of Conan in one story that personally reminds me of another title. If you haven't heard, I would definitely recommend you to go check it out. The Marsis from Dark Horse Comics. I think initially it was being published from Oni Press. The guy of this title, the creator of this title, is called Guy Davis. So the protagonist of that title, the Marsis, is basically a guy in the 16th century in a fictional city where he faces, as he thinks, demons who take the disguise of people. And but as the story goes, you have this twist where you don't know if this actually takes place, or is like in his mind. So, and then I would remind you of Mignola's stories. His style can be really simple yet so effective with his heavy shadows. And if you have a good storytelling as well, a great balance of both art and storytelling, even if the scenes on paper are static, they can still give you the chills. So here, I think something similar takes place. I think Mike's project has a really dynamic, cartoonist-like style that maybe looks really simple, close to the style of Mignola in terms of simplicity, but if being handled right, and I think so far he's doing a really good job, along with the great storytelling and the plot that contains, influences from the German horror stories and Conan storylines. Well, I think what we are gonna get here is a really dynamic project, really a project. Oh, look how horrific this figure is here. It's like I think it can give you the chills. Um, so yeah, even this reminds me of the figure Kernunos, the horn carrier. Yeah. Um, all right. So I love this. Many creators have used this crow archetype. This reminds me of the crow personally. That's why. But each one has had his own unique vision to present. So it doesn't matter how many times this archetype is used. What matters is how unique its version can be. And I think here we have another, but still unique version. I think Mike's project should be given a chance. He has already some buggers, but I believe, and I would highly encourage you to go and back him up, back his campaign, bring more people, spread the word for him, and I wish him success, as to all the other creators, and of course I hope the same for myself. We are all into this game, so to speak. I don't consider it a game. I take it seriously. I'm just, you know what I mean. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Check out the description for more info, both for me and my work, Team Tyler, and I will give the links again to, of Mike Angerhauser. Check these guys out. I will try to create more content maybe this week. For any other news or updates, I will let you all guys know. And I remind you again, that Stilk Metal Tim #1 comes out on November 14th from Rising Sun Publishing, an imprint of Rising Sun Comics. Alright, so stay tuned for more news, and thank you for your time. Have a good night or day wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.